Get ready for the action because Davide Brivio is making a massive move. The Italian is officially leaving Trackhouse Aprilia at the end of this season to take on a brand new challenge in HRC. We dive into everything you need to know about this huge career shift and what it means for the future of MotoGP.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Then we switch gears to the incredible racing action at Le Mans. Aprilia Racing delivered a historic podium lockout, with Jorge Martin winning his first race on the RSGP and Marco Bezzecchi securing a second place, while AI Augura completes a historic all-Aprilia podium for the first time in top class. This weekend was pure motorsport magic. Next up, we look at the intense competition surrounding the top riders. We examine the massive shakeup as Fabio Di Giannantonio reportedly commits to KTM, signaling a huge shift in the landscape, and we explore the repercussions for Ducati and the future of the factory teams. And finally, we bring you the verdict from the Oxley Baum MotoGP podcast on France 2026. We discuss the tough results, the crash of Alex Marquez, and how this could open the door for Aprilia to establish dominance. Don't miss this breakdown. Stay tuned right here. Davide Brivio is set to depart Trackhouse Aprilia at the conclusion of the current season to pursue a new opportunity within the Honda Racing Corporation, or HRC. Brivio's tenure at Trackhouse Aprilia has been marked by significant success, contributing to the team's ascent to become the best satellite team in the 2024 MotoGP World Championship season. During his time there, Brivio witnessed key milestones, including Raul Fernandez's first victory in Australia last year and AI Augura securing his first MotoGP podium. Following his previous stints with Yamaha, Suzuki in MotoGP, and Alpine in Formula One, Brivio is transitioning into a new capacity as a management consultant for Honda's MotoGP operations as the manufacturer enters its new 850cc era. While current team manager Alberto Puig is expected to maintain a position of influence at Honda, his specific role may undergo some adjustments. The news has also surprised Trackhouse owner Justin Marks. Reports suggest that former KTM team manager Francesco Guidotti is being linked as a potential replacement for Brivio. Aprilia Racing achieved a historic podium lockout in MotoGP at the Le Mans Bugatti circuit, marking a significant milestone for the factory team. Jorge Martin secured his first victory for Aprilia Racing, executing an extraordinary comeback ride to win the sprint race and the long race, thereby tying a result from 2024. Marco Bezzecchi finished second, rounding out the factory team's 1-2. Additionally, Trackhouse MotoGP team rider AI Augura claimed third place, completing a historic all-Aprilia podium. This result marks Aprilia Racing's first podium lockout in MotoGP, their fourth brace in the top class since Montmelo 2023, and their seventh consecutive podium finish in the top class, boosting the team's World Championship motorcycle racing wins to 306. Martin expressed satisfaction, stating, "I never let up. Aprilia is giving me what I need, and my confidence is growing day by day." Bezzecchi highlighted a solid weekend, noting, "I tried to stay focused and to ride without making mistakes." Aprilia CEO Massimo Rivola called the day historic, praising Martin's strength and Bezzecchi's maturity, and acknowledging I's podium as a relief. In parallel, the Pertamina Enduro VR46 racing team saw Fabio Di Giannantonio confirm his top three standing in the World Championship after finishing fourth in the French GP, cementing his position as the best Ducati rider at the finish line. Franco Morbidelli recovered to 14th place after a challenging start. Di Giannantonio credited his team's effort, stating, "The guys did an incredible job, and this helped me a lot in the race." From the KTM perspective, Pedro Acosta secured a fifth position, marking his third top five result of the season, with his performance showing signs of improvement, particularly regarding the rear-end dynamics. Brad Binder suffered a DNF, citing a fast crash, but noted positive progress in warm-up pace. Enea Bastianini finished 7th, recovering from earlier incidents, while Jonas Folger placed 16th. In the Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP category, Fabio Quartararo finished 6th, showcasing an aggressive start and strong performance, while Alex Rins finished 12th after a difficult battle. The team noted that while the result was encouraging, further analysis of data is required. Prima Pramac Yamaha MotoGP recorded a double points finish, with Toprak Razgatlioglu and Jack Miller both finishing inside the points for the first time this season. The team sees this as a meaningful step forward for the new Yamaha project, emphasizing that bike understanding and collective work are improving. Francesco Bagnaia, riding for the Ducati Lenovo team, crashed out of second place during the French GP, though he acknowledged a positive weekend overall, noting they were in the podium battle despite a minor front-end confidence issue. The team is preparing for the upcoming Grand Prix of Catalunya in Barcelona next weekend. Ducati is facing a significant loss in its top MotoGP talent for the 2026 season, as Fabio Di Giannantonio has reportedly committed to KTM. Reports from Sky Sports Italia and Motorsport.com indicate that Di Giannantonio will partner with Alex Marquez, another current Ducati satellite rider, in the factory KTM team for 2027. This development signals a major shift, potentially impacting the entire MotoGP grid, with Ducati's world superbike dominator, Nicolo Bulega, emerging as the primary contender to take over the VR46 ride Di Giannantonio will vacate. This decision highlights a pattern where Ducati has allowed a high-performing rider to depart, despite consistently providing competitive machinery. Industry analysis suggests that rider exits are a natural consequence of having numerous bikes and strong performance, which consequently increases the market value of those riders. This year marks a turning point, as Ducati appears to be confronting a talent drain it has previously managed to weather. The situation is underscored by the fact that Ducati had previously had to release Marco Bezzecchi and Jorge Martin due to the inability to offer factory seats, with the current point standings showing them in contention. Amid ongoing injury issues affecting Marc Marquez, Ducati currently lacks the necessary rider to support the Aprilia duo on a consistent basis. Di Giannantonio, who has recently expressed aspirations for an outside title, appears to be concluding his tenure with the factory Ducati program. Initial optimism regarding his retention was reportedly undermined by KTM's intensified efforts to solidify its factory lineup. Di Giannantonio made it clear that his status as a factory-contracted rider was non-negotiable, stating he required a certain level of treatment to pursue championship success. Historically, Ducati has not been known for lavish spending on rider contracts, unlike previous high-profile signings such as Jorge Lorenzo. The decision to let Di Giannantonio go, whose agent reportedly set an offer deadline that the manufacturer failed to meet, places him on the list of riders to be moved on from. While the VR46 rider possesses strong potential, his departure is framed as a necessity if key figures like Marquez and Furman Aldegger cannot secure their positions. Di Giannantonio's role is now seen as a necessary component rather than a core asset, suggesting a strategic pivot for Ducati to pursue its Plan B. The recent MotoGP event has delivered disappointing results, according to a recent analysis by Road Racing World. The race outcome was described as a failure, with one commentator suggesting the loss was due to a significant issue affecting Marc Marquez, who experienced a painful absence despite having previously shattered the lap record at Les Mans on Saturday. The setback also appears detrimental to the Ducati team. Following an incident where Alex took a tumble in the early rounds, the situation has created an opening for Aprilia to reassert its dominance in the competition. Looking ahead, the narrative suggests that the most significant contest of the year may be an internal battle within the Ducati camp, pitting the rider known as the Axe Murderer against his teammate, the Mad Philosopher. The report concludes with an acknowledgement that while there is bad news for Ducati, the situation might not be as dire as initially perceived, promising further detailed discussion on the matter in an upcoming podcast episode. The analysis was presented in the podcast episode titled France 2026, Screwed at Le Mans, featuring MotoGP editor Matt Oxley and Peter Baum.